Good evening, everyone. Hello. My name is Derek Yazon. I'm a real estate broker. May I just get a show of hands? Who here owns property? Okay. Have you guys tried selling property? I think you guys will see all over the news that's a bit of a down market right now. Even when I look at my colleagues, I see their transactions are a little bit lower than previous years. And I wanted to create some openness. I want to open you guys to have an idea that there isn't really a demand problem right now. There are a lot of people who want to own properties. In fact, whenever we get listings, they get inquiries naman, and buyers also show up, but then we do not get offers for them. There is a pricing problem, and this is what kills liquidity in the market. Basically, when sellers want to sell, they tend to rely on what they can see online, which is not the real closing prices. They get a lot of hype recommendations on how much property should be. Buyers, on the other hand, they have a more grounded idea on what the properties are really worth. And they will always offer closer to that amount. The gap between the two means there are no transactions happening. Here's what I often see, and bear with me, guys, if there's any resemblance to the next few images you'll see, it's just coincidental. I have a friend, he has a lot of properties, but he's been sitting on them for years. He does a lot of build and sell. Lately, I see all his properties for sale, for sale, for sale. No one's really buying. There is a certain perception that his property is worth a certain amount. But if in a matter of years, it means that he has idle capital just sitting there. It's not being utilized, and he's not renting them out either. Ito naman, tago na lang natin na a friend of mine named Chicky. This one might look familiar, Lester. So here's a buyer naman. She wants to buy properties, but then the issue she deals with is that all these brokers are giving her all these properties that are either too expensive or they're not really meeting the requirement that she has. This friend of mine named Joe, he closes a deal. Wala dito sa Jota. Well, anyway, there's going to be a video. I'll just share it with them now. The seller was supposed to pay capital gains tax, 6%. Biglang all of a sudden there's a love letter from BIR that they owe 12% VAT and a lot more income tax. Nagkamali yung ahente na nagpo-process. They used the wrong form. And then, of course, there's this guy here. I don't know if you recognize him, but he's just getting really frustrated because there's just so much time wasted. There's this mispricing in the market, sitting assets. Anyway, I just want to try to keep it light because I know you guys want to party na. I come in with a bit of a different approach. I like to talk to my clients with a more data-driven approach, and I want to help reset sellers' expectations on how much they can really get for their properties right now. Because let's face it, it is a slow market. And for example, if you have an opportunity for another business, you can use your capital from your real estate to fund that business now. And maybe the returns from that will be higher than waiting on the properties to appreciate. Of course, for the buyers, my promise to my buyers and investors is that I'll give you real investment opportunities. None of this, for lack of a better word, BS, overhyped return expectations. I'll show you how much properties are in the market. If you know where the prices really are at now, you'll be in a better place to decide if it's a good opportunity. And then for end users or people who want to own their own homes, my promise is to give them really properties that they want or they're interested in owning, not upselling or hard selling. Finally, I control how things will be executed because I do have the experience, and I actually went to school again so I could practice real estate. This is the market data and network I leverage to move assets. I'm actually with a company called Remax Capital. We're the biggest Remax in the Philippines, and we have about 94 licensed brokers and agents. We've had over 600 plus transactions in the last 3 years, and currently 1,800 plus active listings. We have about 16 plus billion worth of properties that we've sold. This is the kind of data I'm working with to help price my new clients' properties, to help sell. Why should you work with me? Well, I'm someone who cares about my clients. That's why I'm here. I changed careers to be here, and it's been a few years now, and I'm super enjoying it. And I get to help sellers liquidate whenever they need the funds, or buyers find homes and proper investments. And I'm committed to this profession. I actually took another degree just to be able to be here, and I'm licensed with PRC as a broker and appraiser. Well, anyway, those are my credentials. So what's in it for you? Well, if you're selling, investing, or buying, I'll help give proper pricing, access to real opportunities, and only present you options that are appropriate for you. My ask is to connect with me. If you're a property owner, I'll tell you what you need to do to move it. If you're someone who's deploying capital, I'll bring you real opportunities. And if you know someone stuck, like other friends in EO, please consider letting me have a chat with them. So my name is Derek Yazon. I give you advisory services.